Hello, it's me, McBaymac, back once again with another indie game. Today we get a special early preview into an early build of Steel Artery Train City Builder, which is just as it says. It's a train city builder. We're going to build a city on a train with like people and orcs and creatures and steampunk type element stuff. Looks fascinating. Looks like it has really good pixel art. I've seen some previews, and that's about all I know so far. So let's dive into a new game. So we'll choose campaign. I think there's a tutorial we can follow, so we'll go for there. It asks us to put in a city name. So we'll just throw in something there and start the new game. All right, so here we are. We can close this window. Here's our little train. We got some orcs. Got orc lady, orc boy, and some humans. Okay, we can move around like this. We can zoom out. So super simple game. We've got some UI in the bottom right here, all of our materials and stuff like that. So this is UI set to 1. There is a scaler for this, so if you need to make it bigger, you can, which is great. It is small. There's a lot of information on here. I don't know if we need to keep track of all of these things, but you can. Up top, we've got a ability to move forward in time, and on the bottom right, we have all of our controls. Okay, cool. So we do have a small tutorial here, so let's follow it around and see what we can do. Okay, so open the game guide by pressing H. Okay, we've got a guide. Nice. I check the controls. Yeah, that's fine. View the previous mission and the region. From time to time. Okay, so we have regions. We're in ocean region. The desolate sandy beaches and endless ocean rich in fish, not far from the railroad, you can find several abandoned coal mines and clean springs. Danger 1% chance to not return during the expedition per hour. All right, so we got some different biomes we're going to be going through. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, cool. Next, it wants us to place a blueprint in the marked area of a gate. Okay. Okay, so in order to do that, we hit B or click down here, and then we have our building menu here. Okay. So I think there's going to be a lot of stuff that's all kind of like placeholder or early for this. So just keep that in mind as we go through. This is done by a solo dev who's getting some assistance with art and music and sounds and stuff like that. So let's take a look through. Infrastructure. Oh, here we go. Gate. Infrastructure. Gate. I'm assuming these will get like icons later on, make it a little bit easier. I don't know. We'll find out, but we'll throw a gate in there. Beauty. Wait until the gate is built. Okay, so now we can press play, and our dudes will sit here squandering their lives away instead of building my gate. There they go. Okay, now they're getting working. Yeah, I love the detail of the art, though, is fantastic. The little characters all have good animations. Yeah, they're getting carts, they're bringing stuff over. Very good, very good. Yeah, everything's nice and detailed. This guy's kind of going off the edge there, but besides that, that's fine. Yeah, I've clicked this already. Watch how creatures first bring resources and then assemble the building. Okay, we're watching them being lazy bums. Where did the rest of them go? There were more people here, now they're gone. I don't know. Unusual. Anyways, you are now ready to accept creatures. The choice is yours. Decide which races aboard and how many of each. We are in a phase of rapid expansion, so for the time being, we're accepting absolutely all applicants. Open the train control panel or press V, all right? Train control, no cabinet and available engines. We have stats going on over here. Global freeze all extraction buildings. Accept creature. Okay, we'll just accept and accept and accept and accept. Okay, so we accepted everybody here. We can turn on auto accept, it says for now. Okay, we'll just follow this tutorial and let us click for yours. We learn the game a little bit. The toilet lets creatures satisfy their cleanliness need in the designation space instead of on the deck. That's probably for a good thing. Waste on the ground greatly reduces residents' happiness. Yeah, I agree. Press B to select services. Okay, so let's hit B again. We'll select services down here, and we've got a toilet. All right. Let's throw in a toilet. It wants us to throw it in over here. We will do that, and we will press play again, and they will go and run around and make this little porta potty here. Classic. All right, what else we got here? We've got a carrier station, we've got a construction station, and then we have a resources pile over here. We don't have like an engine or anything yet. We can't actually move, I don't think. I think we're gonna have to build all that stuff. But somebody went in and like built this chassis for us, and then we started off with these things. So that's kind of interesting. All right. How are we doing here? We did that? Okay, cool. Click at the building shows its details. Yeah, we did that already. We got a toilet. Dreadful toilet. It reeks and is filthy. All right. Has storage for Coins and it has storage for waste. Why it has storage for coins? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out later. Impact on needs. Cool. Okay. Price is 6 coins. Oh, they're actually going to pay to use the toilet. We're in France, folks. What the heck? Okay. Anyways, pay attention to the services section. Some services are also consume or produce resources, in this case waste, which are stored in the building's local storage. To use a service, creatures spend their hard-earned money in the Empire. All services are paid, even the toilet, which may seem awful, but that's the current will of the Emperor. Later, you'll be able to set your own laws on the train, moving the fee for selected services or raising it even higher. All right, I checked it. Place the ladder blueprints. All right, where do I find ladder blueprints? Structure, ladder. Yeah, there we go. Easy enough. So we will throw that in here, click and drag. Nice. All right, and then we wait for that to go as well. While the ladders are being built, let's get to know the creatures better. They are independent agents that, besides personality and mind, also have their own wallet, needs, and characteristics. Okay, so we can probably click on these folks. Yeah. Human female, Seraphina Lightbringer. My God, she's the hero of the game. With a name like that, how are you not the hero of the game with that name? Like, what's your name? Lyrica Mountainborn? Seriously, guys? Finar Moonshadow. My God, we're just full of like heroes. They're all gonna like start from nothing and go on to save the world. Hogar Firebrand. Oh my God, these are fantastic. Craig Wildheart. Who else we have here? Brutak Stonebreaker. Orc male. There's 42 coins on him. Very cool. A block can be a wall, floor, or ceiling. It serves as a foundation for new buildings. Press B to select structure. Okay, and then let's build some blocks. Okay, so we'll build a block that's like a floor. Oop, for us to get going here. I built too much, but that's okay. Pay attention to different blueprint colors. Hover the mouse over a blueprint to see details about its state. We got a draft. We've got a draft tasked. Okay. Building's planned, but no one is involved in delivering. Okay, so somebody is building is possible, but the conditions for construction are not met. Okay. Don't forget to unpause. Unpausing. Coolio. Draft. Performing. Okay, so we're waiting for this ladder to be finished before this can then be worked on. Cool. All right. So yeah, very similar so far to a lot of other city builders like this, like Oxygen, not included in the likes of that. Like, yeah, straightforward. We're going to build up our train in this way. We're not going to be digging out, though. We're just going to be building. So it'd be interesting to see how we get like resources and stuff once we start moving. I'm sure we'll be stopping places to pick up stuff from around the world. All right, so next thing here, frames are external sidewalls of the train. They are needed to remove holes in the cladding since hanging buildings are forbidden. Press B, select structure, and select frame. Okay, so we can't like just have this floating above. We need it structurally supported by something. So we go down here, we can do structure, then select frame. Okay, we can do a frame, and then we can slide a frame in there, and fantastic. And then we can press play, and that way we can support it. So we can't have like stuff like hanging over empty spaces. Everything's got to be filled in with either frames or some sort of room. Cool. We'll find out later if we can build like rooms on top of rooms. But we're going to build the frame right now. Let's speed up time a little bit. Nice. Yes, things are going real quick here. Excellent. Click the carrier station building. That's this guy over here. All buildings use shifts, meaning creatures come to work at a specific time and leave after the shift. During the shift, they perform tasks, in this case, deliver resources. When the shift ends, the creature gets a salary paid from the building storage. The local storage holds all resources in the building, including coins for salaries. Sometimes creatures don't arrive on time to finish work after their shift ends. That's okay. Their salary equals the actual time worked. Okay, so we got salaries, we got folks who are working different shifts here. They're mid part of their shift. We'll be able to adjust those at different points as well, and how much money is available to pay that out. Okay, nice. Build another carrier station. All right, so I'm gonna guess that's in a building here. Is that in services? Drinking barrel, production, locomotion. Ooh, this is what I want to get to. Extraction, infrastructure, carrier station. There we go. Okay, so we'll build another carrier station up here. Nice. Press the play button and let it go for a little bit. Let's speed it up. Okay, cool. So I do like the animations. Like everything gets like this little draft, and then it gets colored in a different color depending on what stage it's in, and then it kind of like a bar that kind of fills up to let you know, hey, first step has been completed, and then second step's been completed. Very cool. And so now the reveal the, okay, so we got no employees, do not have employees for work. Okay, cool. So we can go over here and we can assign people if needed. Okay. And then it wants us to build another construction station. Okay, we can do that. So let's go down here. We'll build infrastructure, construction station. That's going to go in over here. Fantastic. Build the needed blocks as well. So we're going to need some structure underneath here. We need blocks underneath here. Like so. Okay, cool. So we'll run that. Doesn't look like we can assign employees yet to this. Oh no, they're just automatically assigned. Okay, cool. All right. Select any blueprint for construction and look for the red rectangle. Okay, so we can build anything. There's like a red rectangle up here. Okay, nice. That's where we can't build. Oh, didn't mean to build that. Anything in the red zone cannot be built because the maximum allowed building height depends on the chassis type. Okay, cool. Time to add space, locomotion section. While the chassis is being built, click it and review the building card. Okay, so we're going to build a chassis now. So if I go here, locomotion, and then a chassis is a tier 1, drop that bad boy in there. Cool. So as we get new chassis, they're going to have like different height and building mechanics associated with them. Interesting. So I wonder if we can like upgrade these later. Unclear. Unclear. Building progress. Wow, it needs a lot of stuff. All right. So we can see how much things it needs. Yeah, and then it has this nice little animation that comes in. Just nice, simple, straightforward, but very visually easy to receive is what I'm going to say. So I know exactly what's happening, but everything kind of fills in nicely. Very good. All right, so this is just about finished. Bam, it's done. Okay, next, build a treasury. All right, so let's go down here. It wants us to build a treasury. Okay, build a treasury. We'll drop that in there and let that work out next. So the treasury is similar to the carrier station, but its employees move only money. They take excess coins or bring missing ones back. Okay. Now it wants me to build a research center. So let's go back in here. I'm guessing that's still infrastructure. Treasury Gate Research Center. Yes, it is. Okay, so we'll build that bad boy over here. And we'll hit that going on as well. So I'm guessing this is going to be able now to research us new parts and things like that. So hopefully we can get started moving. Because I definitely want to see what happens once we start getting on with things, right? We can see over here the change in our inventory as well as we go down. Obviously, they gave us a whole bunch of stuff to get started. So I don't know if that will always be the case or if it's just for this first run. All right, the drinking barrel lets creatures satisfy their first. Build the blocks yourself. Okay, so now we want to make a infrastructure. What am I looking for here? The drinking barrel. Okay, it's not in there. Farms, no. Drinking barrel, here we go. Under services, we have drinking barrel. We can throw that in there, and then we can throw some a block underneath there. Like so they can get to it. Okay, cool. And now we're gonna get going. Okay, cool. The shower lets creatures satisfy their hygiene need. All right, so let's build some showers. And let me see here. Where is that? Services, I'm going to guess. Yeah, small cabin, shower. Drop that bad boy in there. Get it done. Ooh, it's getting dark, too. It's a day-night cycle. Oh, wow, it's really dark. But we have like a little flashlight. Oh, that's nice. Look at this guy. Hard at work over here. Harg Fan Breaker. Fang Breaker is researching stuff. Fantastic. I like how they have like a little animation going on in there, too. It's great. Okay, very dark. Very, very dark. No employees for that one yet, eh? Okay. Can I get more employees? Is there more employees? We're just like auto-accepting right now, right? Okay. 16 of 36 workspaces occupied. Okay, so next it wants us to build an eatery. So let's go down here. We'll build services again. We are going to get an eatery in here. Over there, we need to build some blocks as well. Structure. Block. So it looks like there's quick keys for this too. So if I hit B and then 1, I'm going to guess, oh, B11 maybe? Is that how this works? Oh, I didn't mean to put that there. Can I take that away? Yeah, so if I hit B11, I can get to the blocks. Okay. So you can do some quick keys that way if you want to just quickly grab stuff, which is great. And let's move forward again. It does get really dark, so it's hard to see what's going on unless you're mousing over it. I don't know if that's going to be important later on. I find that day-night cycles are only really helpful if there's actually a reason for them. Like, it's sure it's nice thematically for a day-night cycle, but since it's a video game, unless there's some particular reason, like something happens at night, I find there's not much use to put them into the game because it just makes it hard to see stuff for no particular reason. Although there are cases where thematically it fits because in like a city builder, maybe things change. But like here, it would make sense to me if we're going to do a night. Let's add some lighting. Like how are they seeing? It's very dark. We should add some lights and make the train look really nice with a bunch of lights popping up. Okay, cool. I'm looking. Oh yeah, service stat is not provided. No recipe. Yeah, I'm seeing it's giving these nice indicators on the building. So you have like this little line above here that's giving you an indicator that something is wrong, and it relates to up here. So like no employees, no warehouse, things like that are getting highlighted. So I do like that little level of UI details. Nice. All right. So select the fish recipe in the eatery. Got it. Nope, not you. I want this. I want to select the recipe. So fish over here. We've got meat, we've got vegetables, we've got fruits and berries. So I'm guessing different diets are going to be required for folks in here. And then, yeah, perfect. Okay, so now it wants us to make the space for the future. View previous, let's prepare space for the future. Is that wants me to make ladders here, I'm guessing? It doesn't say. I'm going to assume that's a ladder it wants me to make, right? That's my assumption, is that it wants me to make ladders. So let's do that because that's what makes sense for us to do here. So that people can get around more easily. All right, we'll speed up time. We'll get these ladders built. The nighttime has lasted a while, it feels like. Yeah, but wouldn't this look nice if like all of the little buildings had like lights inside them? Like these guys are all like in the dark, or maybe that's something that comes later on and I'm just unaware of it. I love how all these guys are researching in here now. We've got who else we got in here? Narsha Tusk Splitter is our researcher. Fantastic. All right, build 4 small cabins. All right, so we'll go down here to building, and is that going to be infrastructure or services? Cabins. There we go. All right. All right, nice. I like that you can just like drag everything through, and then we can just do our quick click here and grab those. Fantastic. Speed up time again. And our little train's coming to life. Very cool. Very cool. You can use a ladder cell as foundation. All right, no problem. That makes sense. And then we can see these things being built. And then that will give us more space for more orcs and people. Looks like orcs and people in this world actually get along. That's not traditional. All right, review the colony status. Press F. F to status. All right, population stats, all races, 20 came. Well, you know what? That's a good day if 20 came. 0 left, 0 dead, 0 lost. Yeah, perfect. Details all classes. We've got coins total, work totals, food, energy. Wow, we've got the rich, we've got the middle class, the poor, the beggars. Lovely. Okay, cool. So there's a whole like class system going on. Lots of detail in this so far. It looks like we've got races for human and orc right now. I'm assuming there'll be more like elves and other classic stuff later on, but again, this is early, so we'll see how that comes along. All right, unlock the fishing research. All right, so we've got a research tree here. Ooh, I do like me a research tree. It's so relatively limited right now. I don't know if it gets bigger as we go along, but this is what's available for us for now. Just great, just super simple. All the UI is just very simple so far. I'm assuming this is all kind of like relatively placeholder just to get everything functioning, and then they might replace it later on. But it's clear, it's easy, it's fine. So let's click fishing. We click on that. That's done. Not enough research points. Okay, so those guys in the research building are building points up after amount of time, and then we can use those for any of these things here. Okay, looks like we'll have fishing, fish farming, fruits and vegetables, alchemy, drawing, coins production. Okay. Melting, forges, all sorts of stuff. Nice, I like it. All right, next, it wants us to build a fisherman house. All right, so I'm going to guess that's under extraction or farms. Fisherman house, okay, cool. Throw that bad boy in there, and then we will throw a block underneath here as well, too. I guess we'll throw a couple since we're going up there. I'm sure we're going to build it. No warehouse. Not enough warehouses for storing coins, dirty water, and waste. Okay. Is that something I can fix now, or do I need to wait? Extraction, hunter house, woodcutter house, gatherer house, infrastructure, Treasury, cleaner station. Do I have a cleaner station ready? I don't think so, right? It's probably going to ask me to build all these things later on, so I'm just going to avoid it for now, and we'll get it to the in the tutorial. Right? All right, so this is just about done. Beauty. Learn how logistics work in the game. Any extracted or produced resource is first stored in the building's local storage, and then carriers take it from there. So you can't take fish directly from the fisherman house to the. You can take fish directly from the fisherman house to the eatery. The correct logistics is fisherman house, warehouse, eatery. Yeah, that makes sense. If a resource ends up on the ground, it will still must go first to a warehouse. I understand that resources can be brought to other buildings only from warehouses. Yeah, so everything's got to go to a warehouse. It's going to have us build a warehouse now. That's fine. We just assumed that already. So let's build our warehouse. Our first one there, beauty. So that's going to go in over there. I already pre-built those. Oh, how did I know? I don't know. I'm good at tutorials. All right, let's continue on. Let these guys build out. I love how interesting this place looks already, though. There's so many like details going on. Whoever the folks that are doing the art, fantastic. All right, we got this done now. We can click on it. It's got a problem. Storage type not chosen. Okay, if I had to select the storage type, the warehouse will not work. Click the warehouse and set the storage type. So should it be fish? All right, we can put fish. And I wonder if it has like unique art for each one. That would be kind of cool. Does it? I want to check. Oh, it actually does. Oh my goodness, really? Oh, that's wild. They actually have different, yeah, so it visually shows you what's supposed to be in there. That's great. I love that. Okay, great. I checked the resource panel. If you, on the right side of the screen, yeah, the resource panel, we saw that over there. Yeah, fantastic. Clean water, how much is on the ground, all that kind of stuff. We looked at that earlier. Build a water gatherer house. All right, we're going to build a water gatherer house next. So let's get this going. We're going to get some blocks going first. We'll throw some blocks in across there. And then we need to build a water gathering house. So that's an extraction, I'm guessing. Water gathering house. Oh, we haven't unlocked it yet, so we need to go to research first. All right, water extraction. Not enough research points. Okay. The water gatherer goes outside through the gate and searches for water, similar to a fisherman house. Later, we'll be able to extract water from the atmosphere without stopping the train. All right, so we need to wait until we get another point here. So how far away are we from getting a point? We are getting intellectual work and we are getting creative work. 6 per minute and yeah, 4 per minute here. It looks like we're about to get another point. I guess when both of these are filled, we get a point. Yeah, that's what happens. Okay, so both of these need to get filled. Okay, I'm back in research. We now have a point available for water extraction. So let's click on that one. And then we'll go down here and we'll get extraction, water, gather house, and throw that in there. Okay, so now that this is built, we got to set a option for it here. Select resources to extract water or dirty water. Okay, we just need clean water for now though, so we'll do that. And then we need to build a whole bunch of warehouses. All right, let's get to it. So we'll build all of those. We need to go now into infrastructure. Services? Where is it? I'm forgetting where things are. There we go, warehouse. All right, those are all built. Or they're all planned anyways, right? It's nighttime again. Look at all these busy bees. Like, we've been like just collecting people all this time too, so there's a bunch of people everywhere. All doing work and doing jobs and getting food and doing all that. It's all automated. It's great. All right, so we need to get one warehouse set up for clean water. So that's done. We need to get one set up for dirty water, wants us to do. One for coins, okay? And then one for waste as well. Sweet. And bodies. Oh no, there's one for bodies. Ah, that's not good. We're not at that point yet, but we will be, I'm sure. We need to now build some more stuff here. So I'm gonna build this, and we'll build a ladder up this way so they can more easily get there. And then it wants me to build a cleaner station. So I'm gonna guess that's the infrastructure. Yeah, there we go. Bam, it's in there. Speed things up again. and continue on. Okay, our cleaners are done. It wants me to build 2 ladders to open a new path to the 3rd floor. I already built that over here, but the it wants me to build over here too. So it looks like you can go from this ladder to that ladder. Um, yeah, you can build frames or ladders here. So it's just kind of showing you what happens over the spaces here. So we'll have to build a frame over there, but you can ladder here and then ladder up from there. I had already built the ladder over here to get up there, so that's fine. It's fine. Some folks are like sleeping on the floor here. You having a bad life? What's going on, man? What you doing there, man? What's are you sleeping? Or are you doing something else? That's a bad orc. Okay. Yeah, anyways, it wants me to build 2 more small cabins. Sure, let's do that. So we'll get some blocks to go connect all that up. We will then go into infrastructure. Services. There we go. Small cabins. Bam. All right. That'll get us more space for more orcs and such. We can see some of them like filling in and they're like adding. Or were they like dirty or something? Oh, that's funny. All right. Without unpausing the game, place 1 chassis. Tier 1. All right. We're getting another chassis in place here. Locomotion. Chassis Tier 1. Fantastic. Freeze the chassis blueprint. Hold Alt, hover over the chassis, and press left button. Okay. After we build the cabin, we will be able to control the chain. All right. So let's build the cabin. So locomotion, driver's cabin. Ooh, nice. It's in front of our train. Fantastic. Freeze this. Okay. So freezing it so they don't start building it yet. We can just freeze it and let it go. Place an engine tier 1. Engine tier 1 over here. Freeze that. And then prepare to create iron parts. Okay, so we're mapping this out, but we don't have the parts for it yet. To create them, we need to mine ore, smelt it into ingots, and then forge the needed parts. Let's get started. Build a miner house. All right. So I'm going to guess that's an extraction. Miner house here. Yeah, we need to do some research here. It is, oops, down here. So let's click on that bad boy. And then we'll need to do, I'm guessing, a melting as well. Pressing coins production. Opens a new building, industrial furnace. In it, ore is melted into metal ingots and glass. Yeah, we're definitely going to need that, so we might as well get that for when that becomes apparent. And now we can build the miner's house. All right, miner's house getting built. Speed things up here. So we pause this because we don't have all the materials for it, so it's just like we're just freezing it for now. This has been built now, so there were no warehouses for these resources yet. That's okay. The local storage will suffice for a while. Okay, no problem. All right. What do I do now? Select 2 extraction recipes, iron ore and coal. Okay. So we've got iron ore and we've got coal. So they can do 2 or more possibly. And then we'll have those folks fill in there. All right. And then build 2 more warehouses. Okay, so I guess we need to build some more locomotion here. And build more warehouses. All right, build extraction. No, infrastructure, warehouse. All right, wants me to do them down here. I don't know why it wants me to do them down there. I guess we'll find that out in a bit. And let's continue on. And it looks like visually, are these things getting more full as they fill up? Yeah, it looks like there's 1 fish in there. There's no fish in here right now. There is gold in here. So yeah, I think the art is updating for how full these are too. So lots of little details, which is really good. I really like the level of detail, as you can tell, because I'm like glowing over it. Select the warehouse storage type, iron ore. Yeah, all right, iron ore, and then some coal over here. Coal starts with C, so that is coal. And to do this, you need research melting, so build an industrial furnace. All right, so is that production, I'm guessing? Industrial furnace. Slap that bad boy over there. And then we get some blocks going over here. And then we need to, I guess we need to throw some frames in here. Do I need frames to hold this up? I'm gonna guess we do, so I will do that just in case. Okay, our furnace is just about done. They got the draft in, and now they are constructing. So as soon as this bar fills all the way up, oh, there we go. They came back. They came back. Nice butt. By the way. Anyways, wow, look at this place. Great. All right, so now we got to make iron ingots. Okay, we're gonna be able to make glass here, coal, waste. We can burn waste. Okay. Bodies. Oh no. Sweet. And then to do this, you research forge. Build a forge. Okay, so we got to build a forge. We got garbage burning. We got wood cutting. We got all sorts of stuff we're going to be able to get. And so now we need to build a forge. So I'm going to guess that's in production. Forge workshop. Oh, this is a big one. It's a big room. Okay, that's why the warehouses are down there. Okay, so we'll build that over there. We're going to need a warehouse for those things later on too, I'm sure. And on we go. All right, our forge is done, and now the last part in the chain is making iron parts. Looks like we're gonna get copper and stuff later on too. And then, yeah, the warehouses that we'll need over here as well. So let's quickly build that. We'll probably want a ladder up like that. And then we're gonna want some blocks going across there. And then we are going to want some warehouses up here. Okay, cool. So let me get those built, and we'll come right back. Okay, so our new warehouses are done. So now we're gonna need iron ingots and iron parts. Fantastic, and there's art for those too, which is great. And then we got to build the engine. Yes, sir. Yes, sirree. All right, let's go. Let's go over this way, and let's get this chassis unpaused. How do I unpause it? It's time to prepare. Hold Alt and hover over the chassis and press right mouse button. Okay. There we go. Is that unpaused now? I don't actually know. Is it? Yeah, okay, it's green. Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's going. We're going to get the chassis built. This is in draft. Fair enough. They're working on it over there. Very cool. Look how busy our train is now. Yeah, it really looks good. Really good looking game. Oh my god, the gold. The gold is full. We're full of gold. All right, this is just about to be done. And then we can start working on this bad boy over here next. Bam, engine is done. Let's unpause the driver. And yeah, we can unpause. That's now green, and they're building out our big old steampunk engine over here. That's a massive driver space here. Like, look at how small these people are. And it's this huge area here. It's massive. Absolutely massive. And look at the engine. Very cool. Very, very cool. Anyways, it's getting dark. I kind of wish the day cycle was a bit longer. I keep lamenting on this just because it gets so dark. And yeah, there's no lights in here. Maybe, I don't know if that's going to change. Maybe there, I didn't see in the research if there's like lighting. I don't think there was. At least not in this early one, but that's my one big piece of feedback right now. It's just like, there's so much stuff going on. Let me see it. Like, unless the night makes an impact, don't hide it, right? Add a bunch of lights in here. I think this would look so cool with like some lights lighting up the whole train. Would be fantastic. Okay, so this is just about done. We're just waiting. We're waiting for some more resources. We're waiting for manual work. We're waiting for some intellectual work, and we're waiting for some creative work. Okay. And we're also waiting for some iron parts as well. So those are coming. Yeah, and that we're waiting for some resources. So we're building up some stuff over here. They are making it. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Yeah, so we got time. We got intellectual work and manual work. Funny. All right. Not creative, though. Not creative at all. And this has no employees at the moment. Oh, the shift hasn't started yet, and I don't have enough people to fill in multiple shifts. Oh, all right. That's fair. Yeah, I'd say the one thing that this game is missing a little bit in terms of the detail is some animations on the buildings themselves. So the people are all animated, which is great, but none of the buildings have any sort of animations when they're working. So if there was any sort of visual details I would add on top of this, and it's already a very detailed game, don't get me wrong, but that would be something kind of cool to have, to see like the actual furnace you know, burning and going. Just adding a few small touches and animations onto these would make the whole place feel much more alive. But yeah, the people coming through and all of that is really nice, and the updates for the warehouses filling in is really good. Just that little extra level of detail would just blow this game out of the water in terms of its look and feel. Okay, I don't know what happened, but it took a really long time to get the materials, the last little bit of materials, but this is finally getting built. But I've been sitting here for like 5, 6 minutes just kind of waiting for them to build it all, even like a fully staffed room here, fully staffed. But yeah, it took a while. For the tutorial, they might want to like maybe speed that up or provide some resources or something like that once you complete the tutorial step, just to speed that along, just to get to the next step. Because I've just been kind of sitting here and I don't want to build anything because the tutorial is going to give me stuff to build, right? All right, cool. Anyways, it is done. It is really dark, so you can't see it, but it is done. It is made. So start the train. Open the train control panel. So hit V, and we can start the train. Engines are ready to go. No employee in the cabin. Okay, before launching the train, use the departure horn to warn pedestrians. To warn residents about departure. After the horn, all residents working outside will return to the train, but this may take some time. When you're ready, press the drive button. All right, well, we got to wait until this gets staffed first. So there we go. Okay, we're ready to go. So we hit V. We hit the departure horn. Oh, we got to hold it down. Prepare for departure. All right, we got to make sure everybody's inside. How do I know everybody's inside? 76 on train. Looks like we got 2 people that are not in the train. Okay. We got 78 of 78 on the train. Let's go. Drive. Amazing. So that was the tutorial. Awesome. Awesome. So yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think the art is fantastic. I think if they could add some animations or some lighting effects to these, that would really push this game over the top. Because right now the night doesn't add anything to the game unless you do certain things like that to make things lit up a little bit and make it clear and easy to see. I think all the animations on the characters and everything like that looks fantastic, and the level of detail in the art is really great. And overall feel of the game works really well. Very simple, straightforward. If you've played any other game in this genre before, these kind of side space building things like Oxygen Not Included and anything like that, I think everything will come together pretty naturally for you. I don't think you need to use a tutorial. This would be if it's your first time playing this type of game. I think everything else works pretty straightforward, which is great. But yeah, really, really good looking game. This is in a really early playtest. You might be able to join the playtest yourself. It is being run through Steam. You can check out the site. I'll link down below if you want to check it out yourselves and try it for a ride on the train. And if you want me to see more of this, if you want to see me play more of this game, let me know down in the comments and give me a like, and I will provide you a little more insight into this game moving forward. But from here on, it lets me continue to play, and we can check out the rest of the game, but I'm going to end the video here. So again, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks always for watching. Take care. I'm sorry, we had to outro with at least the train moving for a little bit. Oh, and as soon as I did that, it stopped. Why did you stop? Go, train. There it goes. It ran out of fuel. Anyways, see you guys next time.